Good morning. Is anybody out there? I will wait for a response in the chat before I start talking to myself. Hey, Onyx Nightshade Silverwolf. That is a really does that username mean anything? Good morning. Good morning. I am actually Hey, good morning, Kit 10. Does that mean Tennessee? I'm just guessing because there's two N's there. This morning we're going to talk about crappy Christmas presents, both given and received. And if you guys have any goofy Christmas traditions, I want to hear about them because I think it's the worst and goofiest ones that are the best ones. Um, yes, I'm Mikasu Cree. Oh, cool. Pretty cool. Nice. My family's got a whole mix of. There's so many that I can't. My when I try to trace my family tree, it stops at my parents' parents. I can't go beyond that. I know that most people, like if you have any relatives on either side that are originated from not from this country, it'll go back hundreds of years because isn't it the king that ordered all birth records? But if you have predominant relatives here, it doesn't go back as far. And somewhere on my dad's mother's side, we have our family reunion one year. One of my great aunts made up the story of how um my I don't know if it's great. I don't know how many I should go up there because I can't find the paper. I thought that my daughter had used it for a school project and then gave it back to me, but now we can't remember if she did or if she used it or not, and I can't find it, and I'm severely upset and heartbroken just because I can't remember where it's at. But it's the story of my ancestors of how the great I can go on and on about that because I don't know how many removed it is, or not removed, but how many back it goes on my dad's mother's side. But it's a story of how the Indian girl met her non-Indian husband. And it's really cool. And if I ever find it, I'll read it for the channel. But I don't want to. I'm going to go through my file in the cabinet today. Maybe I put it in there for safekeeping. But good morning. Ooh, Autumn says we have a drunken Christmas dance party every year. Wow, that's cool. That sounds really fun. I was going to tell you guys about when I was a kid, we had, and I don't mean this in any disrespect because we were kids and didn't, you know, but one year we found it was a carved out Indian chief head, and it was probably, I don't know if it was somewhere between a foot tall and 6 inches tall, but it was like it wasn't in great detail, but it was really beautiful. Like as an adult, I would really appreciate this, but as a kid, it was just something we had in the house. So one year, my brother was probably, I don't know how old, he was pretty young. He took that and wrapped it up and gave it to my mom as a present, even though it was something she already had. And so every year that became a tradition that someone would wrap it up and give it to someone else in our house, but would paint. My mom would always paint it during the year for some reason, add different colors to it. And every year someone would get it for Christmas, and it was hysterical because no one knew who it was going to be. I missed that. I loved that. That was one of my favorite things about Christmas. Good morning, Paul. Good morning. Do you guys have any we're talking about crappy Christmas presents, both given and received. I think the worst thing for me is when I'm looking forward to giving someone a gift, but then I realize I've already given that gift to them, or they have something like that similar from someone else and I probably should have noticed before and didn't. I feel so stupid. Well, when I was a kid also, we had tacos for Christmas. Like not like cooked corn shell in the oil tacos, if anyone is familiar. That was our, me and my husband tried to do that one year and it was a disaster. But we tried. Hey, Mr. Rutgers, REM. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Now I'm hungry. You're welcome. Tacos are life. Yes, they are. I've incorporated some, well, my husband calls it Jodoba instead of Qdoba, and I get all the stuff like Qdoba does. I've only gotten those giant shells. If anybody's ever eaten at Qdoba, they have these enormous, like, looks like a large pizza almost size shell, and you just cram it full of stuff. Whew, those things are monsters. But Immunity Zero, good morning. Oh, really? Can you listen at work? What do you do that you get to listen to live streams at work? That's awesome. I want your job. Pita shells? No, they're way bigger than that. They're enormous. And in the grocery store, it's not always that easy to find them either. What was I going to talk about? Oh, I was trying to find you guys some Christmas tree fails, some Christmas wrapping fails, and the worst presents ever because I thought that would be hilarious. I need a good laugh this morning, so I thought I would share it with others. Sometimes you just need a little laughter. Pharmaceuticals? Oh, shh, shh. Is it psst? Is it like a secret? Or is it like sales? Or are you like a scientist and you're like making cures? Christian Burroughs. I made pasta at work a few months back while listening to horror stories. Good old easy job. You made pasta at work. So is making pasta your work? Because that's pretty cool too. I've always wanted to make my own pasta. I've always wanted that. It's kind of pricey. Like I know for some people that's not pricey, but for me, for one gift for Christmas, the KitchenAid thing, and if you get the extra things in the front, you can make your own pasta that comes right out of there. So that's like a multifunctional tool. But I feel like really wouldn't feel right getting that for Christmas just for me because I don't know if anybody else is a mom, you can understand that. A bit of both. Ooh, I will be inquiring more about that privately. Immunity. I'm very curious about others' work outside of YouTube. It's really cool. I don't remember getting any weird presents, says Onyx Nightshade Silverworld, but I have a lot of good native stories to tell. Ooh, cool. Yes. I've been looking for them. They're very hard to find. It would be a really cool journey to visit a local tribe and listen to their stories and just let them tell some of their stories or their ancestors' stories. So that's on my little plate for the year. I wanted to achieve that this year. It was like a secret private goal I had in my head, and I never got to do that. So in 2018, that's a goal. Italian restaurant, nice. Does your restaurant make mushroom ravioli? Because the only place I've eaten that is Macaroni Grill, if anybody is familiar. It's the best ravioli ever. Back to work. Okay. Bye, Immunity. Autumn says, my sister-in-law wraps presents so that they are hard to get into. She duct taped a mini fridge box after putting boxes into boxes with rocks. Does she have kids? Is that why she does that? When I was a kid, my brother and I learned that if you carefully took the tape off the end, you could, if you did it right, you could just rewrap the present and no one would ever know. And then we would start telling each other what our presents were if we knew. And then one year, my mom said that she hid our presents at a friend's house and vice versa. So if we found anything, it wouldn't be ours anyway. Good morning. Okay, Lipakimi. Am I saying that right? Tell me grumbling. You know, when I turned on the live stream, I had to wait a second because I made myself something to eat this morning and then I had forgotten it was sitting in front of me. My husband, I don't know if he thinks this is funny, but I have alarms on my phone for waking up because I don't like to sleep past 7:30. I don't usually, but if I'm really tired, I will like not even hear my husband's alarm go off. But I like to stay up late and get up early. But I have an alarm for that, and I have an alarm for noon to make sure that I've eaten at least something by then. Isn't that goofy? I don't know if anybody else has that issue where you get so distracted that you just I don't know. I get so distracted that like I'm hungry, but oh, there's a squirrel, so I forgot to feed myself. Autumn, at the time, no, but the gifts are always sweet. Oh, I like it when you can't tell what's in a. My husband's on to me, so he knows that I'm really good. Like if I can just like, I'm not allowed to touch my presents because he knows I can guess what it. I'm not saying I'm psychic, but I'm a very good intuitive guesser, is how I'll put that. And Autumn says, I have alarms to wake up my kids and make dinner. Yeah. I have one too. Like I have allergy medicine. It makes me very tired. But if I take it too late in the night, it makes me really tired the next day for too long. So I have an alarm for that too. Whew. Let's see. Anybody else have any Christmas traditions you want to share? Here we usually let everybody open one gift on Christmas Eve and then open the rest on Christmas morning. And we haven't always done this, but usually we'll go to the movies on Christmas. I know that sounds goofy. I don't know if anyone else goes, but around here, tons of people go to the movies for Christmas. And we wear our Christmas pajamas all day, even to the movies, because everybody gets new pajamas for Christmas. One year when we went, it was like if you go at the right time, there's no one there because obviously who wants to go to the movies on Christmas? Well, obviously I'm wrong because one year we went later in the day and buy your ticket. If you want to do this, buy your tickets online in advance. And I know that people say, oh, that's terrible to make people work on Christmas, but there's actually people that don't celebrate Christmas. So to them, that's not the same thing. So, um, but one year we went later in the day and we're thinking, oh, can't wait to go because there's never anyone here. And it was so crowded that if we hadn't bought our tickets in advance, we wouldn't be going into the movies. And bonus, bonus, we were all wearing our Christmas pajamas and no one else was. We looked like the Christmas bulbs in the theater. It was hilarious. Christmas horror stories? Yes, hopefully. I'm a little distracted right now, so I'll definitely try. I had some really good ones last year. I don't know if I can top the ones from last year. Maybe I should reread last year's because they were so good. But I was still new to it and didn't have my own. I was nervous about how I read stuff still, and now I just read it how I think it should be read. And then if people enjoy it, they people seem to enjoy it more that way. So I just read it as if I were reading it to myself. I get into the characters. I always have. Um, Night Companion says I dress as a candy cane for the movie. Nice, nice. Squirrel, please do some. I'm looking for some. They're not as easy to find though. It's easier to find creepypastas for Christmas, but even so, I think I did them all last year. I don't know if anyone's listened to them, but I think I did like every Christmas creepypasta that you can think of last year. I don't know. I'll have to look for some true stories this time. Um, but this morning, hold on a second. Christmas fail ideas. I wanted to share these with you guys. I think it's so mean. Has anybody ever watched those where people think it's funny to record their kids, like pranking their kids on Christmas? I only think it's funny if the kids are like those kind, and I don't know any kids like this. Our kids in our family are pretty grateful for what they get. Um, but those kids that expect like the most expensive presents and they get pranked. I don't know why. I just get so much joy out of that. When like someone, or not even a kid, just someone who's just been like, they expect nothing but the best in every gift that they open and then they get pranked. That's the best. That's the best to me. Yeah, Christian. Not funny unless they're complete brats. Right. Right. I've been Night Companion. I've been stuck binge watching Hallmark and freeform Christmas movies ever since the day I was cursed by the Dutch Mist. Did you watch Holiday in Handcuffs? The link that I sent you, it was like it was sped up and all the voices are higher, but man, that movie is still funny like that. I think it's one of the most underrated movies I've ever watched. It was hilarious. I'm not into Christmas. That's all right. You don't have to be into Christmas. But you don't bring other people down for Christmas, do you? As long as you don't do that, you're totally allowed to not have to feel forced to be into Christmas. I just like the whole thing. Like this this year, I can't wait. We go to my brother-in-law's for Christmas. The Not for Christmas Day, but I think it's gonna be the Friday before this year. And excuse me, need coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Mm. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Go to my brother-in-law's and this year we're gonna do ugly Christmas sweater and we do white elephant and the adults are gonna do a liquor exchange, all of which very exciting. And play games. I'm just really excited to see those sweaters. Whoever participates, you know. Not sure, but I am just like Duchess. I get distracted way too easy. If I have like I'm a person that has to make lists. If I don't make a list, but also if I make a list, I'll try to do them all at the same time. So sometimes that works for me and sometimes it doesn't. But also, if I don't make a list, I feel like I don't get anything done. Because then my brain's like, what should I do now? I don't know. Autumn, the only reason I enjoy it is because of the kids and drunken Christmas dance party. That sounds awesome. That should be something that everyone partakes in at some point. That sounds awesome. What was I trying to look for here? There's supposed to be a whole thing of awful Christmas present fails on Pinterest, and I'm not seeing them. But the Christmas wrapping, it looks like a lot of people have. I'm just going to share the screen with you guys so you can see it too. I almost accidentally stopped the broadcast on accident. Durr. Okay, let me see here. Oh, here we go. You guys can let me know if you can see that, or I'll be able to see when you see that. Who's all having coffee? I'm drinking a dark, earthy, and oaky caribou coffee. That sounds amazing. The darker the coffee, though, the more it hurts my stomach. I don't know about you guys. Look at all the tabs I have open. You can see it right there. Okay, going back to here. What I saw so far were people that just wrapped it with happy birthday gifts or happy birthday wrapping paper. I mean, it's still the thought. But the thing is, if that's all you have, you can turn it inside out and just have white paper, or you can draw like little Christmas trees on it. That's just a tip for anybody that might be broke as hell right now. If you have any wrapping paper, or you can use Dollar Tree always has that brown roll stuff. That's just basically like a paper bag, but it's in a roll. I don't know how you describe that, but it's $1. But I think it's just the intention. And anybody that's putting you down for being broke, not cool. Let's go to Christmas tree fails because that's not loading very well. Of course, they use, no. Does anybody have anyone in their life that says they don't want anything for Christmas? And then you don't know what to get them because they refuse to give you any ideas for Christmas? So then you just have to guess. And then they don't like it anyway because it feels like a wonderful little roller coaster. Is this a bunch of slides? Okay. This is 20 hilarious Christmas tree fails. Let's see this. Charlie Brown. Aw. What's wrong with this tree? Kitty went nuts on all the ornaments, so now all they have left are just a few light bulbs. It's still adorable. I'm going to move on with that one. That's not even that bad. And so did the dog. Oh, there's nothing in there. The first year we had our dogs, actually, It was the first 2 years we had the dogs. The first year I didn't learn, and we came home and all the, like 50% of the ornaments totally destroyed. The tree had been knocked over multiple times. Like we'd go somewhere, come back. Couldn't even put presents out because I thought, oh no, they're gonna destroy those. So the next year I learned that I put a perimeter around the tree. Like we had those little, those little storage cubes. They're soft. You can put your feet up on them. So I put those around the tree. And then I didn't put any presents out until the night before, and they luckily didn't touch them. So they haven't since. But it also, for the first 2 years we had those dogs, like every time we would leave them alone, they would eat all of our shoes. So we couldn't leave any shoes out anywhere. Like the kids would occasionally leave them in the living room or on the deck. Nope, those shoes are gone. You had to pick up your shoes and take them with you wherever you went. Checking the chat for hilarious comments. It's happy holidays. You can say whichever you want. The intention is always the same. So you can say Merry Christmas. You can say Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. You can say anything. So don't discount someone's intention of being kind to you. My Jewish guy tears down the Christmas tree. Who's your Jewish guy? What are you talking about? Autumn, I spray cats with the spray bottle when they get near the tree. That usually works, Paul. Autumn, is there any chance of electrocution with that? I'm just worried about Paul says my cat tore down my tree 1 year also. What did I miss? Okay. I'm drinking coffee out of a Duchess mug. Oh, you are? That's awesome. That's really cool. That kind of made my day. I'm not having such a great day. So I came on here and I thought that this would distract me, make me feel better. Yeah. Oh, you're having hello, Tracy. Duchess, I'm having afternoon tea in the UK. For real? That's so cool. Afternoon. UK is 5 hours ahead, right? So it's 2. Autumn sounds amazing. I'm just going through the chat right now. Happy holidays. Oh, look, it's chatception in the screen. That's hilarious. How did I accidentally do that? I'm drinking Duchess mugs out of a bag of coffee beans. Please record that because we all want to. Huh? Okay. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, Christmas tree fails. What's wrong with this tree? You put it up crooked. I don't think that's a fail. I think that's adorable, and people are way too hard on themselves. Come on. Well, okay. That sucks, but I can see the stand in there, and it looks like it's a fake tree. And that stand is for a real tree. Just an FYI. They must have lost the stand for their fake tree. Anybody else see that? Okay, the tree scared you. Reddit user says 1 year they decided to put the tree in a different room than usual. In the middle of the night, they went to get a glass of water, and when they saw a huge yellow shadow looming over them without thinking, they punched the tree and knocked a few of the ornaments off, which woke up the whole family. And the kids freaked out too. I don't understand this. I hate when someone has an article and it's titled a certain way, and then the article doesn't have anything remotely related to this. You caught more than Santa. There's something a little creepy about Santa Claus when you think about it. Okay, that's not a Christmas tree fail. I'm so confused. Aww. Is it just me, or is that tree still adorable? There aren't enough ornaments and lights. Except for the lights are on the ladder, so maybe they just threw a picture in to go with the, oh my god. All the needles fell off. Okay, this is a picture of someone who obviously was trying to trim up the tree and take it out to the trash. But the story is about someone whose needles all fell off of their tree. Okay, so here's one for you guys. 1 year, when I was a kid, we put up our Christmas tree, and we left it. We didn't get it until Christmas Eve because we had no money. So we went around looking for a tree. Found it on Christmas Eve next to some store, and it was like the last one. They leaned it up against there, and it was like obviously hanging on its last breath of life. So you take it home, decorate it, give it water. We left that tree up until Valentine's Day. And by then, 50% of the needles fell off. But here's the bigger kicker to having a tree up until Valentine's Day, which I'm not opposed to, by the way, because I love them and they're beautiful. But it was all the needles were stuck in our carpet, and me and my brother spent the entire day picking needles out of the carpet, and they were still there for like years afterwards. Occasionally, when you didn't expect it, walking through the living room, bam, Christmas tree needle in your foot. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to go back and read the chat. Good old water bottle. Okay. Tree was never plugged in. The ornament distribution is off. How dare you? The tree looks too heavy. This guy at work. Victor Vega, this guy at work. Okay. This week on Man versus Tree. Yeah. Hey, Duchess, long time. Hello. Wolfie, clickbait. Tell the kids I want a Duchess mug for Christmas. Oh. Did anybody get any pink spooky merch? Because I made it as cheap as I could because I felt like that was the right thing to do since it was her art stuff, but I wanted them to pay attention to her. I thought she was really creative, but I thought most of them were very good. I thought they were good. And if I could have made like all of them the winners, then I definitely would. So definitely check out. Okay. The tree had a ton of bugs, or the tree had squirrels. Number one, we don't cut down a tree. I've had a fake tree for a long time, and here's why, because I feel like it's fine if that's what you do. I'm not judging you. But my feeling is I'm not going to cut down something that took years and years to grow, that it produces oxygen for the planet, for my house for 1 month and then throw it away. The only way I'd have a real tree in my house is if I planted it and had a house big enough to keep it in there, which let's be realistic, it's a pine tree. So you'd literally have to have an atrium type area in your house to keep a Christmas tree in there forever, which would be really cool because it'd smell great. But I, with my conscience, cannot cut down a tree. I don't know. To each his own. I can't do it. Moving on. The ornament that looked a little off. Oh, they said this ornament looks like a severed toe. And they didn't get close enough to look at it, but it does look like a toe. Oh my gosh. The homemade decorations that melted. I don't know. Here's a tip. Don't put real fire in your tree, fake or not. Just don't. It's danger fire. The tree that just didn't smell fresh. Oh, yep. There you go. Skunk. Merry Skunk Miss. Awesome. Let's see. You learn that someone has pine needle allergies. I've never seen that before. I know with a real tree or a fake tree, I have to put gloves on to put the ornaments on and lights on and stuff because I get all rashy and red from the constant scrape. My skin is super sensitive. Oh, tree went up in flames. Well, I'm sure it was inside someone's house when that happened, right? Okay. Reddit user says they put their Christmas tree outside on the curb, and when they came back, someone had lit it on fire. Okay, so that's not really a Christmas tree fail. That's after Christmas tree fail. That's another a good argument for having a, oh my God, that's hilarious. Can anyone see how tiny that tree is? If you're ordering a fake tree online, read the dimensions so you don't end up like this Reddit user. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That tree is like 6 inches tall. There's two things I saw. One person ordered furniture and one person ordered leggings, and they didn't understand They didn't read the dimensions and they got like doll clothes and doll furniture. Or way too tall. But you can snip the top off. And for my fig tree, it's just a little bit tall to put my Santa on top of. So what's good about a fig tree, I can just bend the top over, and plus my Santa's heavy, so he needs the extra support anyway. If anybody follows me on Snapchat, I did a really dorky tour of all of the Santas in my house. Everybody jokes that it looks like Bronner's threw up in our house, but I mean, it's not. I could be worse. I don't have like Christmas rugs. Well, no, I do have one in the bathroom and one in the kitchen, but they're just like a bath mat. They're small. They were super cheap. I couldn't resist it. I don't know if anybody else is that bad. Oh, the people who couldn't deal with storage. Some people had a hard time with real trees, but Reddit user Cult Cultures was frustrated with her fake tree, so she just wrapped it all in plastic. That's not a fail. That's friggin' genius right there. Wrap it up. I told my stepkids that, or actually, I told my stepdaughter, I wish I could just like open a box, pull the top up, and it's done. Because ours is a fig tree that has lights, so each one attaches to the next, and you have to get it just right. Except for now, the lights don't work on all the branches. Awesome. And so I have to string fake lights on there after I get all the branches on in the right number color. There's a number and a color. And a few times putting the tree up, I couldn't see that it was the wrong color, so I had to take them all off, and they're all attached to each other, so they're all like twisting within each other, and then also twisting in the previous branches on the lower tier before I put that on, and then so then I get that all up. I didn't even fluff the branches out. Usually I take the time and really fluff the branches out. I just didn't do that. Plus we have so many ornaments, you can't tell anyway. There are no free branches on this tree, and also I know that I'm rambling, but I have to get it out before I distract myself with something else. So I put the lights on after I get all the tree horrible nightmarish branches on there. I put the lights on, and now like 2 of the strands of lights are only working 50%. So, and they're nestled in there underneath the garland, and then the bulbs. And then I also put on icicles. Oh, I mean, it's pretty, but it's a lot. So I can't just take it apart. Night Companion says, back in 2012, I got a Christmas tree from the tree lot hosted by the military base. They were handed out by wrestling stars. I got mine from John Cena and autographed afterwards with him and Bella Twins. Yeah, did he ever marry that one girl? For a little short period of time, I watched those girls. In reality shows, anyone that I've ever liked, I just have a very short shelf life with my tolerance for it. So this is Christmas wrapping fails. The thing wasn't loading, so I just kind of tried to move on from it because it wasn't loading very well. That's not very cool. If anyone's on Pinterest, come find me on Pinterest. I'll put my thing on there. It's not even loading Pinterest now. Oh boy. Let me see. I'm looking in the chat now. Squirrel again. That's for sure. Okay, so it's not loading that. So I'll just come back to here, and it's not loading that either. Let's stop sharing it for a minute so I can see, stop screen share, so I can just see if it's working properly. I can't see if it's working properly until I can see the little lips and the little rings around it again. Let me see here. Does anybody have any other Christmas traditions or just like the worst gift you've ever given or gotten? I mean, I am grateful for anything I ever get because that's not what it's about for me. I enjoy making other people happy. That makes me happy right there. That's what I love about Christmas. So if anyone chooses to give me anything, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Um, Are you guys in the chat? I don't see anyone talking in the chat. It's hard for me to determine if this is still working. My little green lips are working, it looks like. Let me see here. It's really windy here today, so I'm afraid the signal is going to get lost. Like extremely obnoxiously windy for days now. For days. I'm not seeing. Okay, good. I was waiting for someone to type something. Thank you, Autumn. I wasn't sure if I was talking to myself anymore. Cheap and easy Christmas. Okay. Has anybody tried to do like DIY Christmas gifts? I need a whole separate channel that's titled I Suck at DIYs. One year I pulled off, here's what I made everyone, I made the kids all their own blanket and a teddy bear. I crocheted this, by the way, a blanket and a teddy bear separate. And then I made them all like a shirt with their own little phrase on it, like an iron-on phrase. And then, oh, and then I knitted them a hat and a scarf. And then I painted them all like a light up. I made them a picture, and then I had Christmas lights behind it. And it wasn't a Christmassy themed photo or picture. It was just like my daughters had this if I can find a picture of it, I don't know how to share it now because I don't have a picture of it anywhere, but it's like one half is the moon and the other side is the sun with coordinating colors on either side. And then my stepson wanted to start his own channel and he was going to call it Cameron Forbes Vlogs or something like that. And his catchphrase was going to be stay amazing. So I made him a shirt that says stay amazing. I haven't seen that shirt in a long time, so I don't know what happened to it. Just here planning the day too. Mama cat. Yeah, what happened to the chat? Everyone's here in the chat. Okay. Victor Vega, I gave a girl an empty ring box once. It was funny as hell. Do you still talk to that girl? Like, why would you give her anything? That's cruel. Unless she was like someone who broke up with you 15 times to cheat on you with someone else, then that's funny. But if not, that's not funny. That's not cool. Let me see here. I'm looking for something hilarious to show you guys, but I'm not finding anything. And I know they're out there. I know they are. I'm not finding Christmas fails. Like, I know they're out there. I'm a walking example. Oh, yes. And I found the jackpot. I think I've found the jackpot. Hold on, let me see. You guys will be the judge of that. Are you still there? Uh-oh. There's something going on there. Looks like it's acting weird. Okay, it's good. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to share the screen with you guys again, if you don't mind. I think that's the best way to do it, because I can't really, like, read to you what I'm seeing is not going to be as entertaining. Okay, so I think I found some. Ooh, the screen's shaking. Wonder why it was doing that. I'm telling you guys, it's windy here. I don't know how it is for everybody else. Pinterest is my favorite thing on the planet. If you're not on Pinterest, I collabed with Mortis Media and we were talking about stuff and I'm like, have you ever been on Pinterest? And he said no. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you and your wife are going to love it. He said he was on there for 2 straight days. Like here's the thing. If you're into cars and you go on Pinterest, make an account and you look up cars, it'll show you everything you can think about cars and every single category you can think of, and you can save it and you can refer to it. And it could be like, that's just an example, but here's one. Snowman cookie fail. Yes. Oh, that's not good. I love Pinterest. Oh my gosh. This is what we should have had. Someone can be trusted with a decorated Christmas tree. But I mean, why is it that tall? That dog must be really tall to where he could have reached over something smaller. Has anybody ever done the elf on the shelf? I'm more of a fan of the hoe and the dro. There's a bunch of those on Pinterest too. They're funny. Or the ones where they make fun of the elf on the shelf. Checking the chat again. Slimer from Ghostbusters. That's what it looked like too. What's this? Oh my god. Fill balloons with water and add food coloring. Once frozen, cut the balloons off and they look like marbles. Or murder, as that one looks like. That's what my yard would look like. They would just blow. Because if it's warm at all, like here is crazy. It probably won't be super cold here until at least January because we still don't have any snow. I mean, it'll snow, but then it'll just melt. It's like our season has been shifted by at least a month. Oh, yes. Have you ever tried to recreate these photos? Cute little baby. That's why you go to a professional, and then this baby's just like, it looks like some sort of a cult scene. Aw. There's another lady that's on Instagram. She recreates like these models try to be all fancy. So she recreates the photos, but in her own way, and they're hilarious. Checking the chat again. We get ice here. Oh no. I can't wait to hear back from some of these. Okay, nailed it. There's a whole category for nailed it. Yes. Christmas fail, nailed it. Yes. Oh, look at the little strawberry snowman. I hope everyone that comes back to watch this can see all these pictures. Well, they'll see them too. Oh my gosh. That's not really a Christmas one, but that's really funny. I'm a fan of the trying to do that original photo. I'll try it. I don't care. I don't care if it turns out good. Oh my gosh. Christmas cake fails. Let's read it. Let's see it. It's by BuzzFeed. Boo. No, BuzzFeed has a really bad reputation right now. And it's loading slowly. Okay, Santa looks both very drunk and constipated in this photo. Oh my god. Oh, looks like he's going to come out of the... Come here, kid. Number 2, I don't know if this is supposed to be passed out. Drunken Santa or Turkey and Santa drag. It kind of looks like one of those little small white poofy dogs in a Santa costume that fell asleep on the floor. Number 3, decapitated Mickey Mouse swimming in his own blood is an interesting design choice for the holidays. Well, I mean, aside from that, their skill level is high. Number 4, make up your mind. Are we supposed to be Mary or not? Mary, ex-Mary. The funniest ones are when, have you read those? Someone wrote out what they wanted them to say on it. And so it'll say, congratulations, Mary. And then they write, underneath that, write, we all love you. And then they literally put the entire thing, including the words, underneath that, right. Oh my God. Let it snow, with yellow snowmen. It's perfect. Genius. I would love to get a cake like this because it would be the talk of the whole party. Who wouldn't be talking about that? Number 6. I admire that this decorator who thought, fuck it, I'll turn this Valentine's Day heart upside down and no one will be able to tell. It kind of looks like balls though at the bottom, doesn't it? But you know, if you just, like, if it was a soft enough metal tray, you could have just pushed that centerpiece thing out, down, and made it flat across the bottom. Or I probably would have taken a hammer and made it cross like that. The ghost of Santa looks worried. Oh my gosh, it's terrifying. Oh my God. Whoa, Santa really let himself And what's this behind him? Can anyone see what's behind him? It's like Santa dragon hair. His hair is like, this is Santa across it. Number 9, this U-log looks different, like a different kind of log. Are those mushrooms? That looks like mushrooms all over that. And it's for sale. I thought someone made that at home. It's for sale. I think that must be pudding or something. But then those look like mushrooms. I'm really confused by that. Number 10, I'm glad they put a warning, but really, who in the hell decorates a cake with real Christmas light bulbs? Oh my gosh. The light bulbs are decoration only? I think they have edible things like that. Oh, number 11, the Christmas light bulb decorated cake. Doesn't even need a warning. That demented looking reindeer is reason enough not to eat the cake. Eat my cake. Is anyone even still here? Is this entertaining to anyone? Oh my god. That's a good idea. Or just buff up you can, I think that you can even put like a little piece of metal or paper in there and then it will make it flat. Good idea. But I would have thought of that afterwards. I probably would have taken the hammer to the pan first. Hammer seems to be my first choice of anything. Number 12, this cake is clearly having a holiday identity crisis. Covering all your bases, or some of the bases anyway. What is this supposed to be? This is like Frosty when spring came. But then he's been out there for a while. It's just his head now. Aren't those prunes? And what is the white? Is the white part cake? And what's on his ears? I don't understand. Okay. A merry hoo-hoo to you too. What are his arms? Tiny swords? I really want to make a Christmas cake now and just share it with everyone. I gotta get creative. Oh my gosh. Number 15, is this supposed to be a pissed off cat wearing a Santa hat? Oh, it looks like Demon Santa. Merry Christmas. Wow. He's giving you vials of blood for Christmas. Number 16, yikes, this is like a gingerbread man you would see during an acid trip come to life. Oh my god. Number 17, I see the cowardly lion and sad snowman with pubes. Oh my gosh. But what is that? Is that supposed to be dirt? What is that? Check in the chat. What? Oh my gosh. Krampus meets Santa. Oh my god, I'm reading the chat, but only briefly. I have to come back and see it. This is too funny. Oh my gosh. The Grinch looks more like a knockoff Oscar the Grouch wearing a red beret. Oh, yes. It looks like there was room for both messages. We'll miss you in place of Merry Christmas. Oh, see, there's an example of what I was talking about. They just literally put everything that the person wrote on the piece of paper on the cake. You know, you can just get a plain cake, and in the baking section, there's those teeny tiny little gel things. You can write your own thing. I think they're 97 cents. I highly recommend that just so you just save yourself some time. If it's something, but I'm telling you, no one would ever forget that cake if you were giving that to someone if they were leaving. Number 20, Jesus, creepy gingerbread man looks like it's straight out of Tim Burton's Nightmare. That's not as bad as the other one still, but he looks like the color of like he's been around for way too long. And just no one could. $14.99 for that, by the way. Where? Cakerex.com. Oh, you know we're going there. I know that this isn't what you guys signed on for, but we're just going to go. We're down the rabbit hole now. That's where we're going. Speaking of nightmares, wasn't that bear look like Night at Freddy's, or what is that called? Yikes, maybe that's what it's for, because that's definitely what it's looking like. Merry Christmas. While the other thing loads, I'm going to check the chat because I know I missed a lot. Those were funny. Pube snowman. Oh my gosh. Ginger on crack man. Yeah. It's wearing a bra. I wish I would have looked back to see what you guys were looking at. Did anybody come in when I was over there? Special log with 1-ups. Hilarious. I'm still holding my gut laughing. Israeli Christmas. Oh, is that what that was? Demon Santa, Grinch, Gingerbread Man. I draw diagrams in the back of my cake order forms. No mistakes yet. Yeah, I've never gotten a mistake on one, but I'm surprised at how many people have. We are now on Cake Rex because that's where the rabbit hole has led us to. What is this? Ah, la moo moo. That's what it says under the cake. Yikes. I'm not sure what the shape. It's like a it's a half of a half circle. And there's a whole voila, it comes that way. What? There's a whole chunk of cake missing. They were just going to sell it to him like that. This is your present. Enjoy. What? This one's kind of cute. See the blazing cheeks before us. Well, at least it's a face. Join the creepy penguin chorus. Nice. We're on a mission from God. My husband would love that. Blues Brothers. It's almost like he's part of the family. Way to go, stepson. 2006. Why? Oh no. Which one? We've got Winter Blunderland. Are these boobs? That's some spout. Or this cake's got balls. Which one of those should we go to? I'm going to say maybe we should go to the Christmas one just to be on the safe side. Winter Blunderland. Oh my gosh. I don't know how much longer we'll do this. As long as everyone's having a good time, then we'll do this. Whoa. Are those supposed to be eyes or bells? Because it looks like demonic. Are they listing? Looks like it's going to hiss at you. What is this? Yellow snowball cupcakes? Nice. That's hilarious, though. He's happy tonight. What? How do you accidentally do that? Gone away is the bluebird. Oh my God. In his place is a rain turd. It looks like someone made Rudolph out of poop. I mean, those ears are just, they look like something you would get at the Hot Topic in a box. My feeling is strong that this is all wrong. There's a ongoing poem all the way down this web page. What is it? Although those are supposed to be Christmas trees, but this little brown thing here is clearly supposed to be a turd. I'm going to check out the chat again so I don't miss out on too much. Poop antlers. Gingerbread man took Viagra. Oh God, I'm laughing so hard. Wow, that Santa is like that. I mean, that Frosty is really awake. I'd rather just not see him around. Yikes. Whoa, aw, it looks like sad penguin. But what's the thing on the left there with the green? What in the heck is that supposed to be? A living tree Christmas cake? Christmas cupcake? Oh my gosh. We should kill this with fire. It's like it was a cool cake and then it melted into the what is before you with the Santa staring out of the plastic. Oh, gross. There's mold inside of the container of that one. Ugh. See, this is my fear all the time when I buy. I like to make, if I if I go to a restaurant, I want to eat something that I can't make or it's too complicated for me to make. Do you know what I'm saying? But also, I'm very aware of the fact that the food industry is very hard to profit from. And then when I was younger, I worked for an Italian bakery and they had their own deli separate from that. And this guy would like take the cheese and if it was moldy, he'd just shave the cheese off and rewrap it and tell me to sell it. Like it didn't matter how long he had it. It was so disgusting and there was nothing I could do about it. And then by the way, the entire time I'm talking, on the screen is Rudolph is splayed out like he's what's for dinner. Oh my God. Guess that cake. Pastry gags. I don't know if I can find any more. I'm going to check the chat really quickly. Is that a rat? Hello, Lotta. The first thing I heard when I joined was, this live was turd. Well, I'm sorry. I needed some cheering up this morning, so I thought I would share that with you and look at ridiculous crap. I know that some people don't enjoy these live streams because every time I look back at a live stream, I have at least like 2 thumbs down. But I enjoy doing them. I like interacting with you guys. And I thought I needed some uplifting, so I thought I would share that, and maybe it was mutual for someone that I don't know about. So, pastry gags. Yeah, that looks funny too. I was thinking about that too. Let's see. Pastries can be tricky, especially if the dough rises when you didn't expect it to. It looks like it was supposed to be a cute little baby cake. And it looks like a mummy. Oh my Lord. Yes, I know the Muffin Man. The dude is crazy. The purple flower is what really sells it. What is it supposed to be? Fresh delicatessen chocolate bomb. But then this one has like a pink net over it because they're afraid that that bomb's going to explode inside of there. What? I can't understand what's going on with these cream horns. I don't understand what I'm looking at. Oh, they put smiley faces on them. That should help. Oh, a gummy worm crawling out of a ball of chocolate or poop is what it looks like. I'm sure that's supposed to look like the ground, but no. What is this? It's like a Star Wars trio of, if anyone knows, please explain. What is it, like a tower of, it looks like an Italian wedding cake if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I'm wrong all the time, so it could be anything. If anybody knows, just go ahead and say it in the chat because I don't know what that was. Cream horn penises. Oh, speaking of chocolate, here's a tip. I don't know what this is. It's like a multiple, it looks like monkey bread covered in chocolate with, for some unknown reason, a yellow tiny light bulb sticking out of the top. Or flame. Oh my. When it comes to bonbons, aim high. And to the right. I'm dying. Still nothing gets a rise out of a paying customer quite like I don't know what it is. Yes, cheap sheet cakes. Yes, we're going with that one. If anyone's still on here, I don't know how much longer I'll do this. It's already 11:30. Mary Poop Miss. My laugh is probably super loud in here. I can't hear it back, so I'm really sorry if it's really loud because this microphone's like right against my mouth. Oh, this is really helping me feel better. So thank you guys for joining me and interacting with me this morning. It's really helping me feel better when I wasn't feeling so great. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know how to express that. So I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to get all mushy on you, but thank you. This says, what in the holy? It says meow. I don't. Um, sometimes the hints are fairly subtle. Puppy love, but it's poop. You saved $2 though. Love that. You can save $7.99 by not buying it at all. Um, Wisecracker jokes. What? What? Can I get a what? Oh, I'm so confused by that. Rainbow. They just put they say rainbow. Just because you say rainbow doesn't make it a rainbow. Just it's a rainbow of colors. There you go. Wow. Anybody know what this is? It looks like Princess Strawberry Cactus / penis hair. I don't know how to explain that one. Oh my gosh. Oh, diploma. When you just barely made it through graduation. Congratulations. You don't have to take summer school. Woo. I don't know about anybody else, but when I was done with high school, I was like, thank you. My husband is the type of person he like, if he could go back to high school in a heartbeat, he would do it all over again because he was good at sports and he got good grades. And I was like, I was someone who was friends with everybody, but I still kept to myself because I don't know. It's hard for me to relate to a lot of people's issues, and I have my own issues going on. I don't know. I don't want to go into some depressing chat. Let's get back to the cakes. But anyways, I wouldn't go back to high school. If it was $1 million, I'd be like, I'll think about it. But really, in my head, I'd be going, no way. Nope. I don't want to do that again. Popcorn. I like how when it's supposed to be a certain thing, people just say, like, you literally could have put popcorn on the top of the cake and it would have looked cuter and just stripes around it. Just an idea for anyone who's looking for a new cake idea. It's a mask. They literally wrote on the side of the thing, it's a mask. So what's helpful is when you pull the mask off the cake, the frosting will help it stick to your face. You won't have to use anything else. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, they just go on it. The creepiness continues. We're going with the creepy. I mean, it wouldn't be me if I didn't give you something creepy to look at. Oh God. Oh, that's really scary. Oh, this is terrifying cakes. It should be. Oh, there's just one? That was a baby showers cake. Like who would I don't understand what I'm looking at. Well, checking the chat again. I'm explaining this because I know that you guys are going to see me switching back and forth. Oh my gosh. Who you calling pro? What is that? That looks like is that a wedding cake? Because it kind of looks like a wedding cake combined with what looks like a casket. And this one, it just got fresh fruit on it. Like you could have cut up the fruit. I'm just saying, I'm not an expert, but I think it would have been prettier. Love to highways. Love to highway, right? Oh, highway. And getting married doesn't mean the groom has to give up his Matchbox cars. I can't tell if she's pulling him, like keeping him, the little groom and bride on the top of this brown nightmare of a cake. If she's pulling him to keep him from running away, or if she's shoving him off the cliff. Not sure what this is. This cake looks like it's bleeding its ribbon. What's sad is a lot of them were so close, like just one simple step, it would have been a really pretty cake. But also, you could have just made that with frosting and then they could have eaten that. Wow. Like, look at all the work that went into this yellow one. But for nothing. Like, whoever worked on that obviously cooked layers and layers of cake. Oh. A2? Let's go to that one. Check in the chat again. Read that backwards. Highway to Love. Oh, I did. Yeah. I didn't understand it anyway, so. Oh, wow. Just awful. How did we end up here? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Think of a happy place. Oh my gosh, and then people ate pieces of that cake? Oh my gosh. Yes. Rex of plenty. We're going there. You guys can let me know if you're getting sick of this anytime. Oh, bye, Paul. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and listening and enjoying the insanity that is going on here. I don't think it's that insane. I know that some people get on the computer like I occasionally do and they get down this rabbit hole. Pinterest does this to me every single time. What on earth is this supposed to be? Like these little green ones with the little leaves? Pretty cool, except for I'm pretty thinking those are not edible. But what's with the brown? Okay. Oh my gosh. Please tell me that's chopped nuts. Because it looks like. Is that a vomiting tornado in your cart, or are you just happy to see me? That's what that says underneath this. I refuse to believe this next one is anything other than a pile of tiny wizard hats. Fortunately, some of you knew better than to order a cornucopia cake, and you ordered one of these lovely turkey ice cream cakes instead. I'm sorry, but that's kind of cool. It's weird, but at least it turned out to look like what it's supposed to look like. Still don't know how they did that. Oh, oh my, never mind. Oh my God. I spoke way too soon. Ew. Okay. Camera one. Camera two. Camera one. Camera two. You got a free cake. Like, no way. Is someone paying for that? Are they? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you still have an appetite? Here, let me help you with that. That looks like a real turkey. Still gross. It's turkey time. Still not that bad. Give thanks. And then flowers. Stack the wreck. Ooh, which one? Are these boobs? Do I censor this? What's happening here? Oh, we're going there. I tried to avoid it before, but I didn't make the cake. Let's check the chat and see if anyone's growing tired of this ridiculousness. Squirrel. Pinterest is its own rabbit hole. But you know what I found out? Like, I always look at Pinterest through the app on my Kindle because I can see it better, and then I don't have to sit in front of a computer. I can take that wherever I go. But when they did their last update, every time I try to use it, you go to use it and it instantly shuts itself off. Okay, so click it again, shuts itself off. Click it again, shuts itself off. And so yesterday, it had its own little automatic update, and it had just stopped turning itself off when I use it. And now it's doing it all over again. So Pinterest got a nice little review from me today. What? Are we there yet? What is that implying? Are we where yet? Who is asking? What does that have to do with some sombrero wearing cantaloupes in a neck sling? Yeah, I don't understand what I'm seeing. Oh. What's the worst rabbit hole you went down on the computer? I want to know that in the chat. I did not provide a boob cape. I'm simply clicking on things that look hilarious to be on my merch. Boob cake. Boob cakes for everyone. I want to be able to eat that. Oh, look at this lovely demonstration of that looks like carpet. It doesn't even look like frosting. If that's your display cake, there's no way I'm ordering something else from you. What is this stackable nightmare here? If you're a professional baker, you know that you would have platforms and you have to have like these little braces within the cake so the cake is stabilized. And if you just go into Michael's, they have all kinds of that stuff. I'm just saving anyone listening like a lot of heartache if you're going to make a cake. That's big. To the right there on the screen, I don't know if you can see this, but it says best wishes, Suzanne. Underneath that, right, we will miss you. Can anybody see that? I'm going to wait in the chat and see if you guys see that. I'll be able to see it in the screen when you guys can see it, if it goes up. Shag Elmo. That was what I was talking about when I said when people literally put what you wrote on there. Don't worry, it's probably not mold. I'm imagining they meant to make it look like a marble and then it turned out like that. And these eyes do not, I repeat, do not follow you when you turn around. Avatar. I want to make one of those just to see if I can get it look like this. Because I don't even think I can achieve that. Oh, 2 girl, 1 cup. I just had to see what the fuck they were talking about. No, 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 not a good idea. What is this? If you stand there long enough, I hear this shop will send you someone out to loudly explain it's a sandcastle and let's see you do any better. Thank you very much. Here's the thing, you would just make it out of frosting and cake, and then you would sprinkle lightly around it some colored sugar to make it look like sand. Again, I'm not a baker. I'm just guessing at what you would do if you're making a sandcastle. Someday I'd like to see some non-fails and see what I can see. Is that supposed to be baked beans coming out of a pot? Someone must have loved baked beans to make that into a cake. Oh my God, this is either a floating circus tent or a cooking pot smashed on top of an octopus. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's a pot with something smashed underneath it, but I don't understand why it would be underneath it. The next one is a table of chompers, the molar stealing clown who sends kids to their death on a rickety old roller coaster. 2. And then, like, is he going to go off the cliff of the roller coaster? Because the clown's happy, but the person in that little roller coaster is not. This says Cunalicious Cakes and Cafe. If anybody has seen this or knows it, can you tell me if it's still open? I'm going to Google it. Let's find out if it's still a place. If anyone's still here with me, let's find out if this is an actual bakery that's still around. Cunalicious Cakes and Cafe is the name of this place. Let's see. Oh, it's in United Kingdom, it says. And it's on Facebook. But it doesn't have its own website. Let's see it. Oh. All right. It's not clear. I'm sorry. Wah, 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 wah. Oh my goodness. All right, we were going to go here before. This will be our last one that we do because I'm sure I'm stealing my own time from the day and some of your time too. So I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle. Here's my whatever. Oh, I thought that was a series. All right. If this is a series, then this will be our last one. I promise. So if anyone's listening, please go back and listen from the beginning because we're just getting to know each other in this chat. That's what this should have been called. Getting to know you or me, getting to know all about each other somehow. Let me check the chat while it loads. Oh, nope. I'm going to stay right here. Congrats on your teen pregnancy. Oh, series either. It's one cake. Why would someone make that cake? Unless there's some sort of scenario where, oh my God, let's just move on to this turkey. It's a brown turd surrounded by turds, surrounded by flames, on turd, surrounded by wieners. This might be the number one worst cake. I'm saving this picture. I'm going to call it Triton Turkey. I'm saving it in my file as Turkey Triton. No. I'm not joking. You can see that I'm saving it. Bad news, sir. The tiny phalluses have surrounded us. Also, you're on fire. It's the original Thanksgiving streaker. I'm not gonna lie. That frosting probably tastes good, but it'd be too hard to know because you don't want to touch the cake. That is a very festive turkey. Oh, turkey ice cream cake, anyone? Did anyone want some of that for themselves? Spotted dick fruit cake. Oh my God. I've actually tried canned spotted dick fruit cake. Tastes better than it sounded. What is it? Obviously it's fruit cake, but what's the difference between regular horrible fruit cake and spotted dick horrible fruit cake? Turds giving. Good one, Autumn. Chicken run. I'll come back. Wow. Is that, I don't know. Is this, what am I looking at? It's like a ham got dropped in the ocean and then someone took a crap on it and it's like the seaweed is around it. Oh, ew. As a proud geek girl, I usually use the word shiny as a compliment. Not this time. It's a turkey cock or cock. Like a peacock? That didn't sound right. Just never mind. Ew. What's that? Turk Gina? I'm gonna move on. That was really funny. Did anybody watch I know probably 50% of you watching or listening have watched The 40-Year-Old Virgin. And when he goes on the speed dating scene and he meets a girl and he calls her Gina, but she says, no, my name's Gina. So now every time we see anyone with that name or anything, my husband immediately pronounces it Gina. And when we were looking for houses before we bought this one, there was one that was totally like everything we were looking for in our price range, but it was on Gina Street. And my husband's like, I can't even. Can you imagine if that was our address? Like if we were describing where you lived, there's no way he's not going to say, yeah, we live at 423 Gina Street. He's not going to say Gina Street. Oh my God. Happy Thanksgiving. There was a turkey here. It kind of looks like the Loch Ness monster and a turd and a turkey were all like three-way developing something for Thanksgiving. Happy Gobble Gobble Day. Best one. Best one was right there. They're coming to take me away. Ah. What? That's what that says. I'm not saying that. Of course, I think we all know that wouldn't be that realistic. What are we looking at? Googly eyes. That's what's going to go on my Christmas sweater this year. I'm gonna try and find the biggest googly eyes I can for my Christmas sweater. I like to make mine. I know that you can buy them everywhere, but I enjoy making an ugly sweater. I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna close that out. Stop sharing this. I think we've seen enough of these so far. It's been a wonderful, weird time the whole time. Welcome. Lady Manna Ann. Did I say that right? Am I missing anybody else who came in while I was reading stuff? If I did, I'm sorry and hello. We're not going to be on here much longer because it's already been a while. Nightmare fueled. Yeah. Apparently, if you want some nightmare fuel, just ask for a very specific type of cake from someone who may or may not have any experience in making it. Let's end on a high note. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was looking for something hilarious to show you. Oh, this is the lady I was talking about. Okay, so I'm going to share with you one last thing. So if you guys, she's on Instagram and she does this thing every single day where she takes she'll find a photograph of someone who's trying to be all like beautiful and exotic, and she like makes fun of herself by trying to recreate it horribly. Like, I think her name, you could see some of them here. She just makes fun of the ridiculous photographs that everyone tries to make of women. um, Shoot, is my phone in here so I can tell you the name of this lady? I think it's Celeste Barber is her name. Yeah, that's her name, Celeste Barber. So if you have a chance to follow her on Instagram or anything else, I highly recommend it because she's really funny. I'm gonna check the chat. Boob cake merch? Oh no. Oh, you've seen her too? Yeah, she's funny. She has millions of followers. Did it make you smile? I'm glad it made you smile. It made me feel a little bit better too. I needed it desperately. Oh, it's just now sharing the pictures of Celeste. I can see now. You could go on a whole rabbit hole on Pinterest just looking her up because she's so funny. But if you go on her Instagram, you can just scroll down and see all the hilarious photos that she does. They're great. If anyone has anything to ask or anything or requests, you can do that so in the chat now. I mean, you have been anyway the whole time. I don't think I make anyone wait to do anything in the chat ever. If anyone was late coming, we were talking about Christmas traditions and then like the worst Christmas presents you ever gave or received. Dutch Miss Music. What would you like me to? I'm not even sure what that means. Dutch Miss Music. It's good to say my name. It's 9 a.m. here. Okay, so you're on the West Coast then. It is noon. It just turned noon here. Mama cat. Just turned noon here. Literally, my 12 o'clock alarm just went off just now. All right. Sing for us on here. Does anybody like, I sing all the time to myself, and now I found myself like, I know that some people sing in their car, and then if someone else pulls up next to them, they'll stop, but I don't. I don't give a rat's ass. Like, life's too short to be worried about what other people think about you, quite frankly. So if you're someone who's afraid to do something because you're not sure how it'll do, or if you're afraid to do dot 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 because dot dot dot, if it doesn't involve murder or hurting someone else, do it. Try it. Make yourself happy. For real. Is there something that you've been wanting to do that you're just a little bit afraid to because you're worried of what other people will think of you? Just do it. I'm telling you. My nose, or my voice has gotten really nasally, I noticed. I don't censor myself ever. Well, I never want to intentionally hurt someone. So that's probably the only time I would censor myself. You know, someone who's got really good intentions, but you're thinking, oh no. You know what I mean? They just don't have any bad intentions towards you, but you have like, I censor myself when I feel like it's going to hurt someone else needlessly. You know what I mean? There's no need for that. Like, here's the thing. Here's an example. When someone buys an outfit that you don't like how it looks on them, and they say, how does this look? And they have a big smile on their face, let them wear the outfit and tell them it looks good. Because they're happy. Don't steal that from someone else. Yeah. That's good. Slogan, do dot dot dot. I don't know if I have a slogan. My slogan is usually see you next time. If it doesn't involve murder. You know what's sad is I feel like since I can't watch the news lately, because every time I do, something does involve some random murder. I feel like it's important to say, do something that makes you happy unless it involves murder or causing harm to someone else or an animal or any, anything or anyone. Do no harm. That's a general rule, do no harm type of thing. Yeah, but that's my Christmas gift to you. I don't know. Do you guys like these? I like to randomly pop on here when I know I can just spend a little time and chat with people who have helped build Duchess Dark into something that I just started doing occasionally to see if I could even do it. And I really enjoy it. Um, I do only post on Saturdays. Now, it's relieved a lot of anxiety from me. And then I post every Wednesday. So I'll post tonight on Patreon. I didn't post on SoundCloud yesterday. Yesterday was a really, really bad day. So I'll probably post something on there later. But I'm only getting on average about 8 listens. And I'm thinking it's people that haven't heard my stuff before. So I was trying to expand the audience to areas. I know SoundCloud's mainly for music and podcasts and stuff. So I thought I would try it out and see how it works. But you only have so many minutes when you have a free account. And I'm not going to pay for something. So I don't know if I should even post on there every week because then it will steal all the minutes from it. I don't know. Unless it's so many minutes per month. If anybody knows the difference, please let me know. I enjoy it too because it's just something that, what's the difference? They say a hobby is something you enjoy, but this is more of a passion for me. I like interacting with people. I like stories. I like laughing. I don't know. I like dark stuff. That's how I do it, mama. It's autumn. Limit upload. Yeah, I don't know if the limit upload is per like the entire lifetime of it per year or per month, but there's only so many minutes on SoundCloud that you can upload. So is that per month, Night Companion? Do you know? I wanted to download the app for SoundCloud on my phone, but my phone has zero room for it, so I could listen to other people. There's a girl I follow that she does a weekly, not this month, but normally, because she lost her voice too. Normally does a weekly podcast, and I enjoy listening to her. I have no room on my phone, and when I download the app on my Kindle, it won't load my username info, so I can only see my SoundCloud from my computer. Oh my god. So that's like forever Night Companion for 3 hours, right? So that's like the lifetime. It doesn't like restart itself per month. Anyway, when I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. But I hope you're gonna enjoy this Christmas. I'm putting together a Christmas special. It'll be my second annual, and I'm saying that as if I know I'm gonna have a third one. I don't know what will happen to YouTube in the future because I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. But they keep updating themselves, and at this point, I feel like they might update themselves right out of a website. So far, this will be the second annual Christmas Duchess and Friends Massacre of the Classics. And so far, there's going to be some very hilarious, totally ruined Christmas music for you. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. So that'll be on the Saturday before Christmas. Are you still steady uploading on YouTube or more on Patreon? I upload every Saturday on YouTube and every Wednesday on Patreon. And that's because I really want to make HorrorTube a reality, but I can't do it on my own. I just can't. So I'm going to try my hardest. And if by next fall it's not in production at the minimum, if it's not in production at a minimum by next fall, then I will know that it's not meant to be. That's how I'm going to look at it. But I will try my hardest to make it a reality, make a permanent home for the horror community. You know, I even filled out, there's like a survey you can do for YouTube, and I even filled out and requested for them to make, and I'm not the only one, I know I'm not, that requested for YouTube to make its own community tab for horror because so many people, millions and millions of people watch horror on YouTube. And it's just like they don't want anything to do with it. They went out of their way to push it aside. So I'm trying to make a permanent home for it because it's something that I love, I seek out, and the stuff that we watch is something I wish always existed forever and ever. Who knows? Maybe something will happen where like some sort of like maybe Netflix finds it. That would be amazing. Does anybody not have Netflix? Does anybody not have Netflix? Are you still okay? Night Companion, no, it doesn't restart, but you get 120 minutes upload time per month on the lowest packages. Yeah, but I mean, I think I've got 4 followers, so unless I suddenly get like a bunch of followers, and I know that SoundCloud is trying to monetize, that would be amazing too. And someone told me that you can set up your podcast on iTunes. I have not figured out how to do that, but that would be really nice to be able to reach an even broader audience. The broader the audience that the Duchess can reach, the faster HorrorTube could happen. So when I say please share the Patreon, it's not because I'm doing anything. That money in Patreon is literally staying there until it can go directly to marketing, a web designer, and a web programmer. And if that doesn't happen, the people that have contributed will be refunded their money. I'm not even cashing it out. It's still sitting there, and it's going to sit there until it's a possibility, or the people will just get their money refunded. Because it gives me a breakdown of who's paid what for what month, and it can just go back to the people. Yeah. See, immunity, that's the thing. I don't need to be the only person trying to make it happen. I'd like to get multiple creators to do it. That would be amazing. Great. That's great. I wonder how we could make like it would be lovely if I wasn't the only person in on this. Immunity for real. That's amazing. That would be great. Please, let's talk about this when you have free time, please. I would love for it to not only be in my head, in the back of my mind all the time. It'd be great to share this with other creators who wanted to make it a reality too. So we'll talk about that outside of here. Night Companion. Out of coffee, time to start my day. Okay, bye, Mama Cat. Night Companion. Oh, Onyx. See you. Oh, never mind. SoundCloud does monetize you and submit your talk pods and music to other sites to monetize per play for themselves. I'm confused, Night Companion. So we'll talk about that later too, because I'm really confused by that. So hopefully they're not making money off of my stuff and I'm not. Do I make any coin off my merch? I've made a little bit of money off of it, but it's not anything that's but I'm appreciative that anyone would want to even buy anything of mine. That's pretty cool. I need to go back and lower all the prices for all the stuff because I mean it's just not. I'd rather have more people have my merch and have zero profit. So I need to redo the store. But that seems unfair to everyone that's bought stuff already. So I don't know. YouTube, RedTube, and HorrorTube. Yeah, but RedTube is YouTube. That's the thing. I've tried to introduce the idea to YouTube. YouTube wants to do whatever YouTube wants to do, and YouTube chooses to crap on its creators and pushes them. Night Companion, we'll just talk about it outside of here because that's 50K in a website, but I don't have enough serious creators wanting to do something along the lines. Yeah, I could list off the top of my head 5 serious people who would invest their time in it for real. So we'll talk about it outside of that, Night Companion. But you can monetize per play if you, yeah, we'll DM it later on. Because separate tube for horror. Yeah, I tried to make YouTube is like talking to a wall. They are. And you know what they remind me of? They remind me of, you know how Sam Walton made Walmart? He had these really great intentions and great ideas, and he was a kind person, and he hired kind people, and they were all really happy. And then it went corporate and then nationwide, and now it's this giant monster that no one can control or pay attention to enough. It's out of its own control, is what has happened. But they take zero responsibility for what they have created and what they lack in response. So I don't know what they're thinking. You know, they keep coming up with these. In my creator studio, they have these little things like, here's how you can play with the algorithm, or here's some tips to get more people to watch your videos. But the thing is even some creators that have more subscribers than me, like 40 some. There's a girl I watched named Kyla Rebecca. She's really sweet. She does a lot of paranormal videos, and she's doing Vlogmas, I think, for the first time this year. And she said even her subscribers have been screenshotting their subscription list, and she's not in it, and showing her that YouTube is literally hiding her from the subscription feed. And I noticed it too until today, that she wasn't in my subscription feed, but she had new videos up. And so YouTube picks and chooses who they think should be shown and who shouldn't. I don't know why they messed. It's like, you know, the theory, don't fix what's not broken. Except for YouTube was like, let's screw with it anyway, and therefore started screwing with other creators. So I really don't understand that. It's like biting the hand that's feeding you. YouTube isn't YouTubers, it's all ex-Viners. My Patreon, I believe I put it in this description of the video all the time. So, I mean, please do not feel obligated, but if you know someone who wants to invest, please share it with someone who you think would either is a good marketer, or somebody that's a web designer, or someone that's a web programmer. The 2 separate things, both very important to making a successful platform that's both user-friendly and creator-friendly. Because I want it to be very similar to YouTube, but not YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's been on Horror Amino, there's an app called Horror Amino. So I was trying to explain it to other people. It'd be like if Horror Amino and YouTube had a baby. That's what I'm thinking. But I also want it to be something a step above that too. And I don't want to go into too many details because I've noticed that the more you share your ideas, the more people like to try to steal them from you. So anybody that's interested, please message me in any way, on any form. I've got all of my communication stuff. You can even message me on here. I believe that anybody can message me right on YouTube if you want. There's a message, a little send message thing right on the channel's main page. Let's see. I do have another audiobook coming out called Bloodbath. It's been headed to retail for like 5 days now. I'm really excited about it. I've been waiting to talk about it, but it's basically about a female serial killer who bathes in her victim's blood. And I got to read it. Like, the character's snarky, so it was perfect. And I'm really excited to see how it does. The author, Tim Miller, has been, he's pretty good. So I'm really interested to see how people respond to it. And I'm supposed to do another Star Force series in the middle of winter. If anybody follows that, Star Force is a super mega sci-fi series. And I got introduced to it by Mother Creepypasta. If anybody listens to her, she's excellent too, by the way. That's why Scream Radio is being as successful as it is. Okay, let me go back up because I'm missing the point of that. Hold on. There are no tips or techniques to bring people in. Right, but YouTube thinks that they can make, it's like they make excuse video tips in your Creator Studio Night Companion. If you're ever in there and you look down to your like bottom right, there's always like, how to figure out the algorithm. Why are you making one? Why are you making that harder and harder for creators to be seen? Just let them be. Leave them alone. That's what made YouTube successful in the first place. I don't know why they're messing with it. Duchess question. Okay. I'm sorry. A lemon tree, my dear Watson. Horror me now. Yeah. Swiggy Boo is a web designer. Tater plays is a web designer. That's why Scream Radio is being successful. Okay. Duchess question, is your Patreon is only US funds? I don't know. Let me go take a gander at that and see what it says. Meantime, I thought about the color tires on bikes and cars a long time ago. Now that's a thing. Okay, here's the thing. I heard this when I was very young. They say, if you have an idea, like something pops in your head, at that same moment, there's someone else in the world that has that exact thought at that exact time. And it's the person that acts on it is the one that gets to benefit from it. That's why when you say someone's copying someone else, I don't think they are. I think it's very possible for two people to have a very similar idea that's slightly different from the other. Back to what he was asking me. I am so sorry. I don't know if it's US only. Because I don't think that everybody that pledges is from the US. I'm pretty sure that Kahlest Enoch is not in the US. And yeah, I think I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't only accept US dollars. It doesn't either show me whoa. Holy moly. I'm sorry, I was just looking at something on there, but I'm pretty sure that everybody is not US, so I'm sure. Elementary, my dear Watson says, would you be doing any collabs with other horror narrators, such as Mortis Media? Mortis and I have done a couple of them together. He did a lot to boost my channel. Not gonna lie, like I've collabed with a lot of people. Mortis figured out this little trick, and he's really good at promoting the people that he collabs with. He's just a generally nice person. So I'm sure we'll collab in the future. And this month I'm doing a second annual Duchess and Friends Massacre the Classics. And that's a big collab that is hilarious. Night Companion, yeah, I see them. I just roll my eyes at it. See a lot of my ideas when I was becoming, yeah, you're Canadian. Yeah, I think that's fine because they accept pounds. I don't know how is it what UK money is, pounds, right? A Lemon Tree, my dear Watson says, yes, he's a great narrator, very cool guy. Yeah, he is. Really nice person. There's a lot of, ironically, so you think horror, you think, oh, these people are evil. No, they're the sweetest people ever. They're just intelligently, just intelligent, kind people who feel pretty much like I have, not understood by most people around them. And so collectively come together on the internet. I think that's what it is. Lemon Tree says, look forward to it. Should be good. Onyx says, Morty is awesome. So is Uncle Josh. Unit 522. That's where I first heard you. Oh, really? Was that, are you the one that said you came because of Mr. Piggyton? I really liked that one. I collabed with him a long time ago, too, about something else. I don't remember. I think it was a cult story. That was so good. It was me and him and Markbot did quite a vast cult story, which, and by vast, I mean, I think it was around an hour. But if you've ever read anything and recorded yourself, that can be quite a task. And then putting it together with other people is a bit too. Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap it up because I'm starting to lose my voice and I have stuff I need to do. I'm sure you guys do too. And if anyone doesn't know, when I say bye, that's because we have a running joke in our household. We don't let anybody walk out of this house without saying goodbye and I love you. But we've found that it's funnier when you go bye like that, like those reality show girls do. Like they love you, but they don't really know what the word means. So on that note, until next time. Okay. Wait, Onyx said, okay, you have a great day and thanks for the fun time. More coffee. Yes, you guys have a good day too. And thank you for helping me feel better. I hope I made you guys laugh a little bit today. And until next time, I'm going to say bye. Bye. Bye.